Thank you guys so much for being in attendance tonight. Tonight we're going to talk about sexual urges. All right. So if you're in the building right now, make sure you like the video. Make sure that you share the video. If you're new, make sure that you subscribe. If you're new or old, make sure that you hit that notification bell just in case we go live randomly, or just so you would know whenever we post some new content. Okay. Let me see who I see in the building so far. Nikki. What's good, Queen? I see James, Ever, ICT Solutions, Tavis, Carlos, K2019, Prune, Ronnie, Reginald, Papa Smurf, Mr. Jones, Still Good Music, Jerome, Sasha, Still Humble, Kyle Wright, Ronald Clay, King Arthur, Business K, Montel Jackson, Quessy. So I just got home from working out and now ready for some now. Okay, now. Is it Andre? Andre all day, Lion, Liquor Low, Scorpio, D.O. Cowboys, Joshua, Demario, Simon, Ada Kazulu. Peace to everybody, y'all. I ain't gonna read all y'all names. Shout out to you, Man Friday, for your donation. He says, looking good as usual. I appreciate you. All right, let's go ahead and get into the conversation, y'all. Peace to everybody. I'm sorry if I didn't get a chance to say your name. But again, shout out to you, Man Friday, for always showing so much love. Now, I thought that tonight's discussion as far as sexual urges would be very much so a beneficial conversation to have, because it's a lot of men and women that don't know how to control their sexual impulses. We're not self-disciplined out here. We have the wrong idea of what it means to be a sexual person. We have the wrong approach when it comes to sex in general. And I feel like it needs to be discussed. When it comes to women, it's like, you know, we can have sex with whomever we want to have sex with. It's our body. You know, we've taken sex and made it some kind of token or stamp of approval to show and prove that we have control of our bodies. And, you know, we use it as a form of women's empowerment. And I feel like that's bullshit. And then when it comes to men, it's like, y'all feel like if you have sex with a whole bunch of different women, that somehow justifies you or validates you, rather, to being a man. And it doesn't. Okay? Again, y'all like the video, share the video, subscribe. I see y'all in the building. Y'all already smoke some facts. Shout out to our new subscriber, Shahid. Peace. What's good, Black Introvert? Okay. Tavis says that's these nut ass dudes too, thinking with their dinglings. Yes. And like I said, I feel like this conversation needed to be had because it's a lot of us that don't know how to control ourselves, and we feel like as many people as we can engage with, or, you know, engage in sex with, makes us, you know, somehow taking back our power or solidifies us into our womanhood or our manlyhood. And that shit is ass backwards, y'all, and we need to talk about it. I recently had a guy in my inbox, and it was just so ignorant that I just had to delete the shit. Okay. And I usually don't. You know, I usually try my best to respond back, you know, in an appropriate manner and all of that. But his mindset was so childish, so fucked up, to the point where I'm just like, you know what? I don't even want to entertain you. And he was responding to me back and forth, but I didn't even read it at that point because, okay, he inboxed me. I want to say it was yesterday or the day before. I don't know. And he said, hey, Queen, you know, I love your videos, blah, blah, blah. I don't understand why you are talking to these simp-ass dudes. They'll never have sex. They'll never get pussy. They'll never get a bunch of women like me. You know, I have sex with a whole bunch of different women because all women are thoughts. And, you know, I'm a man and you can't make a simp into a alpha male and all of this and all of that. Basically, in a nutshell, what he was trying to say was, it's no hope for these simp ass guys on my channel because they can't have sex with a whole bunch of different thoughts. And he was somehow placing himself above all the other men because he is having sex with a whole bunch of different thoughts. Let me tell y'all men something that have that mentality, that think you are fucking doing something because you are having sex with a bunch of thoughts. Yeah, right. What? Yes, Queen. He said that shit. No, Black Introvert, he was not trolling. He was not trolling. He was dead ass serious. I know a troll when I see one. He went into too much detail to be a troll. You know, a troll would just say bullshit and then, you know, try to egg it on. He took his time out, formatted the shit to where it was like, look, I appreciate your content. I appreciate your channel. I feel like you do this. I feel like you do that. But I feel like it's a bunch of simps on your platforms, and they are simps because they can't have sex with a whole bunch of different women. It's no hope for them. I am an alpha male, and I have sex with a whole bunch of different women because all women are just thoughts. And he went on to further support his thesis. Like, he was not trolling. He was dead ass. And with somebody like that, it's just like, I can't even respond to that. I told him that he sounded toxic. And I just had to move it along. But let me tell y'all men out there something that feel like having sex with a whole bunch of different women, thoughts, somehow validates you or makes you a man. It does not. You are not a man just because you have sex or just because you've had sex with many different women. You are not a man just because you feel like you can have sex with a whole bunch of different women and you, I don't know, somehow think that you are a boss or a king ding-a-ling in the bedroom. Like, that shit does not make you a man. If anything, it showcases how childish you are, and it showcases how undisciplined you are, and also how irresponsible you are. And on top of that, the big fat cherry on top of that is it showcases that you do not respect yourself, and it shows that you are a low budget ass dude. Peace to you, NMBK. Since I'm new to your channel, I appreciate a woman and women like you. An alpha male is a leader of men. It has nothing to do with your sexual conquest. Woo, I couldn't have said that shit better myself. Let me tell you why it makes you a low budget ass dude. Just because you are having sex with a bunch of thoughts. You are who the fuck you sleep with consistently and constantly. You are who you entertain consistently and constantly. So if you are placing your penis inside of women that you deem to be thoughts or hoes or bitches, sluts, what does that say about you and how you value yourself and how you see yourself? Levy says, exactly. King Cedric says, yes, ma'am. What's good, Lion? See, a man that really knows who the fuck he is, a man that really values himself, will not place his penis inside of the flesh of a woman that he deems or qualifies to be somebody that is beneath somebody that he deems or qualifies to be unworthy, unvaluable. Do y'all understand what the fuck I'm saying? What I'm saying to y'all, what I'm telling to y'all. See, to the king that inboxed me, if you're watching, and other men out there like that, I want you guys to know that you are the simpleton. You are the simp. And until you graduate mentally, spiritually, wherever the fuck you need to graduate from at this current state in time, this current point in time, you are the one that's losing. You are not a man. You are a little boy that is trying to find his footing and that is trying to find his value in pussy. And that is sad. See, it's actually the reverse. The men that are not sleeping around with a whole bunch of different hoes, bitches, thoughts, sluts, whatever you want to call them. Those men that have control over their sexual urges, those women that have control over their sexual urges and impulses, those are indeed the kings and queens. Because they respect themselves. They know that, hey, I am worthy, I am valuable, I am unique, I am sacred, I am genuine, I am top shelf. Nobody that I deem to be for everybody is going to penetrate me or is going to be penetrated by me. Do y'all understand that? Sex with thoughts, fellas, makes you a fucking thought. Because I don't know if y'all understand this, but sex is fucking powerful. Sex is the very thing that creates life. So that energy that you are exchanging with that person of the opposite sex, or maybe even the same sex, whatever. If that was float your boat, go ahead and float, okay? But that energy is being transferred. And a condom can't protect you from that shit. Birth control cannot protect you from that shit. And so y'all men out there that feel like, hey, I'm a man or I'm the man because I'm having sex with a whole bunch of different hoes, you gotta know that you a hoe. You gotta know that you are taking on that energy of a thought, of a low vibrational creature, which is why you will come into my inbox and say things like, well, no, I'm a man. No, you're not. You're confused. Shout out to you again, Man Friday, for your donation. It says, guys, you can't dick all the girls. It's bad for business. You waste your time, money, and energy. And to your point, Man Friday, I want to talk to y'all about being able to transmute your sexual energy. I don't know if a lot of you guys have read the book Think and Grow Rich. It's a very good book. I actually have it on my Apple Music. I have the audio book. And he talks a lot about sex transmutation and how, we can take that energy, because we all have it. We all have sexual urges. We all have sexual impulses. We can take that sexual energy and transmute it into something that is productive. Transmute it into something that will bring us wealth or, peace or happiness. They say some of the greatest inventors of our time were very sexual men and women. But in the book, he was mainly talking about men. They were very sexual men, but they were self-disciplined enough And they were wise enough to know and understand how to take that sexual energy and use it to their creative ability. If we could do that, that would be amazing. Do y'all know how many inventions we can come up with? Do you know how much of our hopes and dreams and goals we'll be able to accomplish if we were able to take our sexual energy and transmute it into something that was positive and productive, instead of just going out here busting nuts and random people that we don't know, that we don't give a fuck about, that we just feel like it's cute, that we just feel like, hey, you fine, you sexy. Do y'all know how powerful and how productive and how far along we could be if we were able to know and understand how to take our sexual impulses and our sexual urges and our sexual energy and place it towards something that was productive? Maybe go exercise. Maybe go write a book. Maybe go study. Maybe go read a book. Y'all know what I'm saying? I want y'all to do y'all research on sex transmutation. That's y'all homework assignment tonight. Go Google it. I don't care what the fuck you do. Go look up sex transmutation and see how you can apply that to your life. But having sex with a whole bunch of different men, ladies, it does not liberate you. If anything, it drains you. This goes for men as well. Sex does not liberate you. Sex does not validate you. It drains you of your energy, of your life force. Sex creates life. So what do you think you're doing when you're just randomly busting nuts all day, every day in different people? Exchanging energies with people that you don't know. You don't know what that person is going through. You're just trying to go through them. And like I said, energy is very powerful and it can be transferred. So if you're walking around feeling depressed, if you're walking around feeling anxious, if you're walking around feeling nervous, if you're walking around feeling stressed out, if you're walking around feeling like a fucking sex addict, know that that's probably because you just had sex with somebody that was carrying that same energy. And then you had sex with not only that person, but the other 1,500 people they had sex with. Hopefully it ain't that damn many people, but y'all get what I'm saying. And this is why sex is very, it should be very sacred, because it is powerful and it can transfer energy. And the people that you had sex with, when you have sex with somebody else, they're taking on the energies from the other people or the other person that you had sex with. So you got to really try to be careful with that. That's why it's very important for you guys to make sure that you are engaging in sex with people that are your equal, that you do deem to be worthy, that you do deem to be a king or a queen, and not a thought, not a nigga, not a hoe, not a slut, not a bitch, not a deadbeat. Because then you are taking on that energy, you're taking on that vibration, and you're going to pass that on to the next person that you do decide to have sex with. So even if you do have sex with just one person, if you're having sex with one person that's had sex with a whole bunch of different people and they're taking on different energies and vibrations, or they're sad and they're depressed, you're taking on that energy too. So again, it still goes back to be mindful. Be mindful. Even if it's one person, make sure that one person is worth it. Make sure that one person is straight. Make sure their mind is right. Make sure that their emotions are intact. And I know and understand that we are not perfect beings, but shit, make sure they at least match you. If you feel like you're up here, don't be fucking people that's down here. Know who you are. Yes, nah, Nikki. Soul ties are very real. Very real. Y'all call them soul ties. I just call it energy being transferred. You got to be very careful about that. But everybody want to, chalk that up to, y'all just trying to be too deep. Sex ain't that damn deep. It's just y'all trying to make it. Y'all trying to be too woke. Like, no, you just too sleep. And that's why you're sleeping around with a whole bunch of other people that are also asleep, and you're walking around feeling dead. Because you somehow think that sex is not that important. It's not that deep. So you'd rather get knee deep into somebody that you don't even fucking know. Or vice versa. You'd rather let somebody get knee deep into you and you don't know them. Maybe it's just they look good. Maybe it's just they got money. But they're mentally poor. They're spiritually impoverished, and you're taking on that. And you wondering why you feel some type of way. It don't make you a fucking man because you're having sex with a whole bunch of different women. Be mindful, be careful, y'all. And I know we all have sexual urges because sex is fucking amazing. Who does not like to have sex? Who does not like orgasms? Like, come on. We all do. But I just want us to be a lot more aware, a lot more responsible with our sexual urges, with our sexual impulses. That shit is dangerous. It can be dangerous. It can alter your whole life. Yes, Liquor Low, make sure y'all like the video, share the video. It could alter your whole life. And I'm gonna go back and read y'all comments. Don't worry. It could alter your life. That's why you have people that's like, man, I had sex with this person. They seemed cool. They was fine. They was this. They was that. And now I got an STD that I can't get rid of. That alter your whole fucking life. Damn, I had sex with this person. They was cool. They was this. They was that. And now I got a baby that I was not ready for. Alter your whole fucking life. Tabitha says energy is neither lost nor destroyed, which is transferred from one party to the next. Absolutely. Killing them with big facts. Look, Trayvon, I'm just trying to help y'all out. I saw somebody said, hold on. King Cedric says, I had sex with this girl who worked with my mom. The girl went to ISU, so my mom introduced us as friends. But she came on to me and we hit it off and had sex, which I'm disgusted by, but after the fact. King Cedric, what the hell are you talking about? Well, did she end up not being what you thought she was? And see, that's another thing, you guys. We have to start taking our time and getting to know people. The thing about meeting new people is that they can put on a front. People be front, y'all. You front, they front, we all front sometimes, right? I try to be as authentic as I can be because I want you to know what the fuck you're getting. But it's some people out there that don't know how to do that or don't want to do that because maybe they are not proud of who they are, or they're just trying to get something quickly by putting on a facade or whatever. But if you were able to sit down with somebody and really get to know them, you'll be able to pick apart if they're worthy or not. That's where you get in situations where I was like, man, I thought she was cool. I thought she was this, and she crazy in the motherfucker. She doing this, she doing that. She want to argue all the time. She want to fight all the time. If you would have got to know her a little better and a little longer, you would have been able to pick up on that and see that, hey, this ain't what's up. Like, yeah, she bad, but she might be bad for me too. Same for women. If we take our time and stop being stigmatized, Like, damn, I wonder what that's about. Like, man, he's so fine. Oh, girl, he sent me that picture, girl. And so next thing you know, you busting it open for somebody that you don't really know. All you know is you like what he had between his legs and you own it. And now you in a situation where this man cheating on you and using you, and it could have been easily avoided had you just took the time out to get to know that person and stop being infatuated. That's really what it is with all of us. We're just infatuated. Do y'all know how grateful I am that I was able, even at a very young age, to control my sexual urges? Everybody I knew growing up was already fucking by the time they were 14, 12, 13. I was the only one that wasn't. And it wasn't because I couldn't. It wasn't because I didn't want to. Because my little hot ass. But I always was able to say, you know what? No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be like everybody else. I don't want to end up pregnant. I don't want to end up, I don't know, getting used and dumped. You know what I'm saying? And I just didn't want that for myself. And I was very much so tempted. Don't get me wrong. But I always knew my worth. I always knew my value. And I didn't want to depreciate my worth and my value by giving myself freely to anybody. You know? Especially considering the fact that they didn't too much value them damn selves. Why would I want to give myself to somebody that don't deem themselves worthy? Like, what kind of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? I didn't lose my virginity until I was 17 years old. And I had been with that guy for 2 years, 2 or 3 years before I finally gave it up to him. And I just had to make sure he was worth it. And at the time he was. And I don't regret it. Even though we're not together to this day, I don't regret it because I knew that I did my due diligence. I knew that I took my time. I knew that I did my best. And we stayed together for 6 years. You know what I'm saying? We were together from the time I was 15 all the way up until I was like 21. You know what I'm saying? So I had to make sure. And like I said, it turned out not to be what I wanted or what I thought it would be, but I find peace in knowing that I did my best. A lot of us out here are not doing our best. We're just fucking anything with 2 legs, anything that's walking, anything that's available, anything that's easy. And it's not cute. It's not cute on a man or a woman. So you can't be out here as a man thinking that because you hit all of these different women, that makes you somehow top shelf. It doesn't. If anything, it makes you a used car. You're now a used vehicle with a whole bunch of miles on you. And nobody likes a whole bunch of miles. We just don't. We want to go after that new car or that new used car. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to go after no used, old, dried up ass car that's on this last wheel. We don't want that. Y'all laughing, but I'm dead serious. And so it does not make you a man. It does not make you a liberated woman. It makes you used. And I know y'all gonna be mad because y'all like, you're so, like, it's so many women out there that say how judgmental I am. You're so judgmental. We should be able to have sex with whoever the fuck we want to have sex with. I had sex with 50 different men. This doesn't make me a whore. It doesn't make me less than you. And I'm not saying that it makes you less than me. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I want you to value yourself a little bit more and not try to find yourself or find your liberation through fucking. No. Find yourself through your goals, through your dreams, through your ambitions. It should not be through how many men that you had sex with and didn't give a fuck. That does not make you some powerful, almighty woman. It makes you a little less desirable for the man that maybe you do want. That's just a fact. I don't know too many men that would be okay with, his woman being able to say that she slept with 50 plus different guys. I wouldn't even want a man that said he had sex with 50 plus different women. Like, that is not cute to me. That's not that don't turn me on. That makes me feel like I have something that is not very valuable. Now, if you're now a person that's trying to turn their life around and shit, then okay. All right. But my whole point is this. Don't feel like you are somehow better than the next woman or better than the next man just because you can't remember how many people or how many bodies you have on you. Like, that does not make you some powerful almighty being. It doesn't. It just means that you have a lot of different energies on you that maybe you need to cleanse yourself of so that you can get back in alignment. Because if you got that many bodies, you have to be out of whack in more ways than one. You know what I'm saying? It's impossible for you to be able to say I had sex with a whole bunch of different people and you not have some kind of emotional damage to you, some kind of mental damage to you. Like, it's something going on with you for you to even feel like it was okay or felt like you needed to have sex with that many people. That means something was off within you. That means there was some kind of void within you that you were trying to fill. And let me tell y'all something. Sex will not fill any voids. It won't. It will make you feel good for the time being until you bust your nut and then you like back to reality. And again, that goes to men and women. You might not even like the motherfucker you just had sex with once you had your orgasm. It's like, damn, I fucked you. Damn. Hey. You know what I'm saying? And that's because we're going into sex with all the wrong equipment. We're going into sex with all of the wrong approaches and with the wrong mentality behind having sex. It's like, man, I just need to feel good. And the way that I can feel good is by busting this nut real quick, and then I'll be straight. But right now, I'm tense. I'm tense as fuck. I'm stressed out. Let me just release. And like I said, sex is amazing. Who does not like sex? You can experiment, you can have fun, you can lose yourself. And it is a great stress reliever. But it has to be with the right person, y'all. See, y'all are trying to relieve stress with depressed and stressed out motherfuckers. It's not going to have the same effect. If you are trying to release yourself of stress and relieve yourself of stress by way of sex, but you are having sex with somebody that's on a low vibration, that's on a negative frequency, you gotta know that once sex is over, you're not only adding more onto your stress that you already had, but now you're taking on their stress and their energy, because like we just said earlier, Energy cannot be created or destroyed, but it can be transferred. And one of the greatest ways to transfer energy is by way of sex. A lot of us like to downplay that. A lot of us don't like to acknowledge that. A lot of us don't even know that. We just felt like, oh shit, I thought I was just busting a nut. Like, no, you're not just busting a nut. You're releasing your life force. If you're a man, you're releasing your life force into a woman. That's why when you bust a nut, okay, that's why you start feeling all drowsy and you feel lazy and shit, you know, because that was your life force. That was your energy. That was your power being taken away from you. That's why it's very important for you guys not to just, even if you are married, even if you are in a committed relationship, it's very important for you guys not to abuse sex. You know, people say, well, I have sex every damn day with my husband. I have sex every damn day with my wife. We have sex 2 and 3 times a day. Well, I hate to put it to you, but that's not healthy like that. You know, you're using up, like I said, your life force and your energy, and you're depleting yourself. And when you deplete yourself in that way, it makes it very hard for you to be productive and do what you need to do. That's why I say, if you hold on to that sexual energy and put it into something that is productive, it will unfold in a more impactful way, because you are taking that energy, that powerful energy that you would be releasing, and you're putting it into something that, you know, maybe is allowing you to be more creative, allowing you to build. Put it into your business. So, you know what? I got a lot of sexual energy right now, but I'm going to transmute that. Again, you guys, I want you guys to look, that's your nightly homework. Look up sex transmutation and see how you add that to your life. Take that. Okay? Put it into something, put it into one of your passions. Put it into your business, put it into studying, whatever it is. Take that energy, that sexual energy, those sexual urges, and put it into something that is productive, and watch that shit be the best thing you ever created. Trust me, I speak from experience. Like, like, unless y'all are trying to make a baby or something, and even then, I would say to still be mindful. But I understand if you're trying to make a baby, okay, then go ahead and do what you need to do to make a baby. But just to be out here having sex for the sake of trying to liberate yourself, or just trying to feel better about life, or just to have some kind of stress reliever, no. Even masturbation, y'all. For those of you guys that are thinking about that, well, can I masturbate? Like, yes, you can, but again, moderation is key. Don't overindulge. It can drain you, and it could cause you to not be at your fullest capacity, at your best capacity. You know what I'm saying? J1 says, I go without sex for months, so that urge can build to positive energy for motivation. I'm trying to tell y'all, that's all sex mutation is. Transmutation is. Sex transmutation, y'all, go look that shit up. And I encourage you guys to read that book, Think and Grow Rich. It's a really good read. Levy says, Chris, it's all good. Nothing on this planet is more beautiful than a fine woman. If it wasn't for my father, I would have lost my mind over pussy. He kept me on a leash. You still have value, boss. Yes. And see, it's very important as well for us to have role models in our lives, to have father figures, to have mother figures and things of that nature in our lives, to be able to teach us better. See, the problem is a lot of us grow up in a world or in a society or even a household where young men are being taught that, hey, get some pussy, man. Like, that's gonna make you be a man. That's gonna make you be, you know, a boss. They're not teaching y'all that, hey, you want to be careful with that because you could end up catching something. You want to be careful with that because you could end up impregnating somebody. You could end up taking on energies. You could even develop a addiction. We're not talking about that. Like, you can develop sexual addictions and shit. I know so many people that have sex addictions and don't even fucking know it. They just think the shit is normal. Like, no, having sex with different people or random people every other night is not normal. Having sex with random people every other week is not normal. Every other month even is not normal, y'all. And then you have people that, you know, maybe did have sex with a whole bunch of different men or a whole bunch of different women, and they take the time out to say, you know what, I'm going to refrain from that. And then their minds become clearer. They become a lot more focused. They become a lot more motivated, as one of the kings in comments said. They become a lot more inspired because they have taken into sex transmutation and didn't even know it. They thought they were just being abstinent. No, what you were doing was taking your sexual urges and your sexual energy and impulses and directing it towards something that was helping you to be more productive, that was helping you to be more self-developed. He says, love for the messages. I'm trying to give y'all the messages. Stafford says, don't wear condoms. I don't. My bad. No. See, it's people like that. And sadly, it's a lot of people out there who encourage people to say, hey, condoms don't feel good, man. I just pull out. I know how to look at somebody and see if they got disease. Like, no, the fuck? Yeah, I had family members who thought like that. Who still think like that. Men, grown ass men. Like, look, I can look at somebody and see if she got something. You know, I don't use condom. I just pull out. I just make sure she on birth control. All right. You gonna wake up looking like a crunch bar. And let's not forget this. A lot of the STDs can go, you know, unnoticed, undetectable. So you gotta really be careful, y'all. So like they desperate. I don't know, y'all. I don't know if they're desperate or they are just so driven by their sexual urges and their sexual impulses that they can't see straight. They can't think straight. That's fucking dangerous, y'all. It is such a turnoff for a man not to be self-disciplined with his body. Knowing that he's ran up into any and every piece of vagina that threw itself at him. Like, that is a fucking turnoff. No real woman wants that. And I know y'all been watching these red pill men that say, you know, well, men, we are created to, you know, be out here and make a whole bunch of babies. That's why we don't have a time frame. And, you know, women, they are pregnant for 9 months, you know. But us, we can get, you know, 5 women pregnant at one time. That's because we are made for this. We are made for that. But see, the issue with that message, though, you guys, is it takes away self-accountability and it takes away self-discipline and it takes away responsibility. And that's why you have so many men out here that are sticking their penis in any and everybody, getting all of these women pregnant, and they can't even take care of themselves, let alone another life. So if you're going to listen to that kind of, you know, content, or you're going to say that that is something that is factual, then I need you to be a productive man that's able to take care of the responsibilities that come along with having sex with a whole bunch of different women unprotected. See, a lot of y'all men like to play that whole, you know, polygamous game and, you know, have multiple women and have multiple wives, but y'all completely neglect the fact that you also are supposed to be a man of status, a man that's able to take care of and provide for those different women and those many different children that you are creating, like y'all are not talking about that aspect of it. Y'all just like the whole surface level ego stroking aspect of polygamy, but y'all don't want to talk about how you're supposed to be a man that's taking care of all of those different women at one time, on top of taking care of yourself and on top of taking care of those babies. Y'all ain't talking about that. Oh, I'm gonna tell it like it is, Ernest. Kendra says, love your channel and how you speak precisely. Is that how you said? How you clear? Okay, love your channel and how you clearly and precisely speak your mind. I appreciate that. He says, the art is life says, I know women who have taken testosterone and they all say the feeling is so different. The biology of it makes it hard to fight urges at times. But see, that's the power of it. That's the beauty of it. That's what sets a man apart, is him being able to say, you know what? No. Yeah, she looks good. Yeah, she's throwing herself at me. But no, I'm going to take this energy and use it towards something that is more productive. I don't know that woman. You know what I'm saying? I don't know her. I don't know what she about. Let me make sure that she is a woman of substance, a woman of quality before I even go that route with her. A lot of us are not doing that, and that is the problem. Y'all have to know and understand that you are who you fuck. You will eventually take on their energy, y'all. You can't escape that. Energy don't lie. You cannot escape that shit. So for all the men out there that somehow maybe feel inadequate because you may not have had a lot of sexual experiences, or you may not have had sex with a whole bunch of different women, I want you to know that that does not define you as a man. And it does not make you less of a man because you have not had a whole bunch of different women. If anything, it makes you more responsible and more self-disciplined and more focused on what you need to focus on. Don't go out here ever trying to search for vagina. No, that's not what life is about. That's not what being a man is about. Being a man is about finding your purpose and finding your value and building towards that and working on that daily, constantly trying to grow and evolve, not constantly trying to see how many women you can slang the dick to. That shit comes with a lot of different obligations and responsibilities. And to the King's point that was talking about biology and things of that nature, women, we are more emotional. And so a lot of us are, I would say. And then there's a lot of us who feel like, you know, we want to take our power back and turn off our feelings and be like these savage ass dudes out here, you know, so we can liberate ourselves. But it's all a lie to me. No woman in her right mind can sit there and say that she does not become somehow emotionally attached to a man that she has laid down with and given her body to and allowed to penetrate her. You know? Not honestly. Like you said, it's a biology to it. Women are a lot more emotional. And so when we have people to enter our bodies in that way, it can cause us to be a lot more attached. You know, we can start falsely even feeling like we love that person, or, you know, we are in love with you. And really it's just the fact that we are women and we can become, you know, a lot more emotionally attached to a man after sex. So that's something that you men need to also take into consideration when you are, you know, thinking about having sex with a woman. How will this alter her? How will this affect her emotionally, mentally? You know, that's why you have women that after you have sex with them, they start acting crazy. when you start trying to distance yourself. Y'all like this video, share this video, and subscribe, y'all. Somebody need to hear this shit. I see it. It's 401 of us in the building. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Okay, somebody need to hear this. I appreciate y'all. Okay, we got 400 people in here, 411 people in here. We can have 400 likes. Give me 400 likes, y'all. I'm gonna get up off of here. We ain't gonna go live no more. No, I'm playing. But at least give me 400 likes, y'all. At least, okay, that'd be beautiful. Because this is a very much so needed conversation. But think about that, fellas. You know, think about how that can impact her afterwards, especially if you know and understand that you're not really feeling that girl like that. You're not really feeling that woman like that. You know, you could make her act irrational because it's like, well, damn, I feel like, you know, he loves me, because no man would ever have sex with me if they didn't really care, or no man would ever have sex with me raw if he didn't really love me. No man would, you know, bust a nut in me if he didn't love me. And to you, it's just like sex. To you, it's just something to do. To you, she was just bad. To you, she just had a fat ass. Like, you wasn't thinking like that. But for a woman, we can start thinking a lot more emotional, just to be honest. And so you guys really have to take that into consideration as well before you penetrate a woman. Think about the consequences of that. Am I going to be leading her on? Because I'm really not trying to settle down with her. I'm not really trying to be with her. I'm not trying to make her a mother. I just like the way sex feels without this condom. You know what I'm saying? So you have to really be mindful. I see y'all in the building. Shout out to the donations. I see, how do you say this? Is it Tariq or Tarek? Thank you so much for your donation. Shout out to you, Afi, for your donation. He says, salute, sis. Keep doing your thing. Peace to the chat. You plan on doing any panels? That would be interesting. I do plan on, you guys, doing webinars. So it'll be for a limited audience. You guys can, you know, chime in with us. Maybe pay a little small fee, and then we'll be able to go live together, and I'll be able to have like a small, intimate kind of, I guess, video session with you guys. I think I want to do that. But shout out to your donation, for your donation. And Man Friday, I saw you with all your donations as well. Chris, thank you so much. He says, all that talk about having many kids sounds good until you see that child support line on your check. That is why I only have one. I'm trying to tell you, Chris. And so we're not trying to think long term like that. We're not thinking about the consequences. You know, you have to really, really do your best. And even if you do your best, you did take your time out to get to know that person, to figure that person out, and y'all ended up having children, or you ended up having sex, or whatever the case was, you should still find peace in knowing that you did at least try, and you weren't out here just trying to be willy-nilly with the dick just because you felt like, hey, that's what makes me a man. Or you weren't out here throwing your vagina at any and everybody that was fine, or that you wanted to have sex with for the sake of liberation. Like, no, take your time. Is it going to always work out? No. Like I said, I was with my ex for 6 years. She was my first, you know, and it didn't work out. But I take peace in knowing that, hey, I tried. And, you know, he ended up not being the one, okay? But, you know, I felt like at that time, you know, he was deserving. He was special to me. And I can't regret that. I have no regrets with that. And so I feel like a lot of us should take that mentality and take that approach. That way we're not being blindsided, or we're not being caught off guard when it is some bullshit. Like, damn, I thought that this girl was this way. She turned out to be clingy. She turned out to be crazy. She turned out to be X, Y, and Z. Same for men, you know. Ladies, he turned out to be a piece of shit. He a deadbeat. He don't take care of his kids. He ignores me. He cheats on me. Well, if you would have took your time to get to know him before you busted it open, you would have known what type of dude you was dealing with. You would have known what type of female you were dealing with. So let's get in the habit, you guys, of being able to be self-disciplined with our sexual urges. It's very important, you guys. Sex transmutation. Look that shit up. Figure out how you can apply that to your life. If you're out here having sex with a whole bunch of different thoughts and hoes and bitches and sluts and no good niggas and deadbeats, know that that is a reflection upon you and how you see yourself and ultimately how the world will see you. Damn, he have sex with all of them. He don't give a fuck. I don't want him. And see, that's how a quality woman that you probably want is looking at you. She's looking at you like, gross. This nigga, yeah, I thought he was fine, but that nigga, he on everybody. Yeah, I thought he was a good catch, but man, he have sex with anybody. I don't want that. He got a million kids. I ain't got time for that. Then, ladies, you out here thinking that I'm sexually liberating myself, but the man that you really want is probably looking at you like, yeah, she bad, but man, I don't want everybody in it. I don't want somebody that all my homies been up in and everybody know about. That's embarrassing. And there are exceptions to the rule, you guys. There are exceptions to the rules. If some people out here don't have a problem with that shit. They like, cool, I don't give a fuck. And then you have people out there, you know, that maybe had a whole bunch of different sexual partners and now they're trying to turn that shit around. I wouldn't hold that against them either. You know, I'm not going to sit there and say that you are a bad person just because you had a whole bunch of different men and women. Like, as long as you are trying to do something about it now, then cool. You know, that's what it's all about. But feeling like that's okay, it's not. And again, it says a lot about you and what you're probably going through internally. You probably have some internal issues and internal demons that you need to sort through for you to feel like sex is a way out. Sex is a way to, you know, I guess, self-medicate. It's not. Sex can be just as dangerous as drugs, as alcohol. Be careful with that shit. It's not to be played with. Sex is to create life. And unless you are trying to create life with somebody, don't be out here fucking every day, all day, different people. Like, don't do that. Take that energy and apply it to something that is productive and constructive, that's going to benefit you. And like I said, you guys, I personally have done this. And I ended up coming up with some of my best work. A lot of you guys like my poetry and things like that. I was taking my sexual energy. I'm a sexual person just like everybody else. Y'all think I'm not sexual. I'm sexual as fuck. Okay. And so I take that energy and I apply it to being, you know, creative. And I was able to come up with some of my most viral poetry content from me, you know, taking my sexual urges. You know, I'm like, damn, I could be masturbating right now or waiting for my husband to get home. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and write something. And I ended up writing something and it came out to be dope. You know? So sex transmutation, you guys, try that. Look it up. See how you can apply it. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank you guys so much for the donations. Make sure that you, again, like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Somebody could possibly learn something from this video. All right? But I got to go. I love y'all. I'll try my best to go back and read the comments later. So make sure that you do comment down below. Let me know how you feel. Have you tried to, you know, take your sexual energy and take your sexual urges and apply it to something that was productive in your life and it ended up working out for you? Are you somebody that has had a lot of sex with a whole bunch of different people and, you know, you found it to be something that was kind of destructive to your life and you're trying to turn it around? Like, let me know. Let us all know. Some people may not say nothing, but it's a lot of people that do read. So feel free to comment down below and let us know your thoughts and your opinions on this topic. All right, y'all. My name is Anika Marie. I got to go in this kitchen. Shout out to all of y'all for y'all donations. Thank you again, Man Friday, for your donation again. You gave so many donations. That's 5 stars, Queen. Thank you so much. Shout out to y'all for this large donation. Who is this? I can't see it. RL, you showing so much love. Okay, he says blessings to you and the channel. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. I'm just here trying to do my work, you guys. I really do appreciate it. Shout out to my channel members as well. Thank you guys so much. It's only like 7 of y'all so far, but I appreciate that. You guys do not have to give me money, so the fact that you are pouring into me in that way, that means a lot. You know, that really does mean a lot. And although you don't have to give me money, y'all, you do have to give me a like. So like the damn video, share the damn video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and come on back, y'all, for more of our dope discussions. I gotta go. Much love. I love you guys. I respect you guys. Peace.